Hello there guys, and welcome back to another episode of Inexorable videos. In this video we're taking a look at linear inequalities. Okay, this is a GCSE topic. This is arguably a topic from before GCSE, so if you feel like you just want to move on from stuff like this, just skip the video, that's totally fine. But again, we're just going to pretend that we've never seen this before, okay? And also it's good to have a recap on this as well, because this will come into simultaneous equations. This will come into stuff like regions on a graph. This will also become quadratic inequalities, which can actually get fairly difficult. So it might be a good idea to recap this. This should not be a very long video though. So if we wanted to solve this, what does it mean? Remember what the inequality sign means. There's two inequality signs. There's one that's sort of an arrow pointing that way, which is what this is. And there's an arrow that goes this way. Or you can think of it as like a crocodile or some sort of crazy Pac-Man creature biting the thing that is bigger, the biggest thing, okay? 5 is bigger than 2x minus 3, okay? In all cases. Now, when we say we want to solve this inequality, what we mean is we want to find the range of values for x, that x is either bigger than or smaller than or whatever, okay? It's like an equation, but it's an inequality instead of an equality, okay? Because it's saying that something is not equal to, it's either bigger than or smaller than something else. So we do the exact same methods, okay? We can add, we can subtract from both sides, we can multiply, we can divide in order to rearrange an equation. One thing you must be careful of though in inequalities is if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must swap the order, the direction of the inequality. Just as an example, 5 is bigger than 2. Hope we all agree. I really hope that we all agree. But if I want to, I'll just show you, if I add 1 to both sides, for instance, 6 is bigger than 3. Checks out. Same thing for if I take stuff away, add, I can do it all day long, all day long. But let's say I go back to my 5 is bigger than 2. And let's say, guys, I want to times both sides by minus 1. Oh dear. Oh dear. Minus 5 is not bigger than minus 2. It's not. It's smaller than. So again, if you times or divide by a negative number, this is sort of just a little bit of a proof, you must change the direction of the inequality. And you must say minus 5 is smaller than minus 2. An exam that features inequalities will almost definitely try that one out on you and see if you fall for it, just so you know. Okay. So, guys, let's just rearrange this equation and try a couple of examples. 2x, let's add 3 to both sides, is greater than 8, okay? Because we've just added 3 to both sides. And then all we need to do is we need to divide by 2, and we have x is less than 4, okay? So 2x is less than 8, x is less than 4. That is our answer. Which means, guys, if we go into the original equation, we substitute any number that is less than 4, this will be true. So let's try it with like the number 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 3, guys, 6 minus 3 is 3. And yes, indeed, it's true. 3 is less than 5. So you can try it with any number, positive, negative, fraction, anything you want. If it's less than 4, this top thing, this is true, if x is less than 4. That's it. Let's try out another example. Okay, guys, we're going to try out this example. 5 minus a half x is greater than or equal to 1, okay? So remember, if there's a line underneath your inequality, it also means or equal to, okay? So it can be also equal to, all right? So we want to find the values for x for which this is true. In order to do that, we're simply going to rearrange. So the first thing we want to do is potentially let's see, we can add a half x to both sides. That'll work. So we can do 5 is greater than or equal to 1 plus a half x. And then I feel like we can do it either way around, we can do a different order. I feel like we should take 1 away from both sides. So we get 4 is greater than or equal to a half x. And then we're going to double both sides. 8 is greater than or equal to x. Now I said we can do it the other way around because we can also double it at this point, and we can get 12 is greater than or equal to 1 plus x, and then we can 10, my bad. 10 is greater than or equal to 2 rather, plus x, and then you would do the same thing, take the 2 away from both sides, okay? That's my arithmetic. 5 times 2, guys, is 12. Everyone knows it. So the answer is 8 is greater than or less than x, or in other words, x is less than or greater than x. Literally just wrote it the other way around. Now, of course, remember, if you want to write this the other way around, you have to flip the inequality, because of course you do, right? Like x is the smaller bit, so x needs to be the smaller bit if you write it the other way around. So this is the answer. Again, this literally just means if you substitute an answer where you see an x, as long as it's less than or equal to 8, this whole equation will remain true. And that's basically it, guys. That's what a linear inequality is. We don't need to do too much on it. It's that simple. That's it. What we will do, though, is go into quadratic inequalities, which can actually get quite difficult. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to be doing that. See you in the next video. Cheers.